Over 2 million people watched Metallica play their Master of Puppets on the Jimmy Kimmel Show live. And I'm going to look at the live version because that's where the magic happens. That's where you and I can learn so much as guitar players and as listeners of really good music. So let's go.
This is their album, 72 Seasons. It comes out Friday. Here with the epic song of monster proportions, Master of Puppets, Metallica.
So there's a couple of things from a performance standpoint. These kids, which I call them because they're younger than me, are still performing at this high level, still playing live and still engaging with the audience. It's kind of cool to look when Jimmy started talking, or Mr. Kimmel I should call him since I don't know him, the different kinds of folks in the audience. There are young folks and older folks, and then you notice when they started playing, some folks know the beat of the song, some folks may not know the song. But it's just awesome to watch that. Secondarily, when you're learning the song, you notice I'm in my personal practice kind of mode, which we talk about in other videos. I have no distortion on my guitar is one of the attributes of personal practice. Learning the song, it's really good to no distortion and start slow. So you hear I have no distortion. Now there's another factor about this song. The band, and then they play live versions, and you can read this about them, they will often tune down the entire strings a half step, essentially taking it from the key of E, if you will, the low note of E on the sixth string, to an E flat. And you say, why would they do that? Well, there's a couple of reasons. Oftentimes it's for the vocal performances. These folks are still performing live, and they're performing live all the time. They're just in LA recently. And so giving your vocalist a rest, as we used to do back in the day when our singer had to sing Led Zeppelin's Immigrant Song by tuning down, is a really smart idea. So when you're learning the song, take it slow, take each piece at a time. I would also kind of encourage you not to look at the tablature or the notation and hear it in your mind first, hum it, and then play it. Let's go on. So even if you take a couple of those different parts, even that lead, you hum it first, do-do-dee-do-do-dee, and you try to find it on the guitar. So you find it on the guitar, you hum it. Back in the day, which I think I can say now at 65, trying to figure out a Led Zeppelin song, I would play it in the old days of turntables. You'd play about 3 seconds of it, lift the arm up, get that part down, and then lower the arm again, let it play for another 3 seconds, get that part down. And I think that ear training is a really good idea before you jump over to notation you find on the website or YouTube videos. Let's go on. You hear that small piece in there? The song is in 4/4 time. Another really fun thing to do is you can do this in your car if you're a passenger, not usually driving, but to try to find the time signature of a song. This time signature of a song is usually in the low 200s, meaning beats per second. So 200 or 212 or 222 is high. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. But they insert a unique time signature to get that extra and that's a little measure of 3/4 time. So listen for that. And again, when you're in the car as a passenger or at home, and you just start thinking about time signatures and what the song is in its time signature. Let's go on. You really have to comment on their performance. One of the things we love teaching, I love teaching, is about performance, being ready for the audience. And the most important factor is engaging. You can, in my opinion, you can hit 90% of your notes, but if you're engaging the audience, you're going to have the audience is going to have a much better experience than if you hit 100% of your notes and you stand still and look at your fretboard the entire time. And the band is clearly engaging the audience, which you'll see throughout the video. Isn't it cool, that chorus? You know, and it's fun, again, to try to figure out the chorus. You listen to it a number of times, and then you play through it slowly and try to find what those notes are in the chorus. And I heard a. So it's a lot of fun to take the distortion off, listen to the song a number of times, and try to play that chorus until you get it. Then you can then you can go out to find notation and tablature and YouTube videos and whatnot. So even in that kind of major segment there, we can listen to it, hum it, By the way, if you can't get a part, there are many leads I try to emulate, and oftentimes there's a certain segment, maybe it's a Tim Henson song from Polyphia, that I'm just not going to get. Getting the major components of it can help carry the song when you do a performance. So that's a good idea, just to get the major segments of it, continue to practice slowly and increase your speed until you do get it, or determine that you cannot get it, like in my case with Tim Henson. And now they move into a bridge part, which is a wonderful thing, often overlooked in a lot of songs. We can extend songs. Back in the day, Led Zeppelin, Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody, Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven, we almost thought of songs in multiple parts, almost like you would deliver a play or a story or a movie. You thought about intro and the middle section and the outro, and it was a drama. It was something that you wanted to deliver, whatever it was you wanted to deliver. So having these songs like this really provide a great deal of emotion and drama in this case, and give the audience a very unique experience. Another thing I mentioned when you're playing tough parts, you've got 3 other musicians with you. If your bass player gets it, and I don't, I can let him carry, or he or she carry the part. Or if the rhythm guitar player gets it and I can't, I can take a break. Also, don't be afraid to try, you'll see them picking almost straight down. You can use back and forth picking to give your picking hand a rest, rather than just doing this all the time, which begins to get slower and slower as you get tireder and tireder. So back and forth picking. Okay, let's listen to the bridge. It's amazing that he can sing like he sings, like he still sings for all the years and decades I've listened to him, and Dave Mustaine from Megadeth, and he's still delivering, and he plays an amazing lead and rhythm guitar, like he plays lead on Nothing Else Matters, for example, which is a beautiful song. Okay, let's go on. So you can get, that part is not necessarily difficult, but you and I can try to hum that and find that and play that. So do, 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 do. So I'll figure that out later, we'll do it together. So although James Hetfield's guitar looks like a Gibson, it's actually custom made by a gentleman by the name of Kenneth Lawrence, I believe, and he lives in Northern California. About $7,000 guitar, available to you and I if we ever get 7K. I've heard from drummers that Lars can take a little bit of heat, but to me, and that's in some of his fills, I believe, and some of the other areas they comment, but in my opinion, having a drummer that emphasizes the beat and stays on the beat and emphasizes and contributes to the song is more important than someone who can do an amazing double kit or double bass kit or whatever it may be. I'd rather have someone that keeps the time and contributes than takes over a song entirely. So hats off to Lars Ulrich. And again, similar to a good movie you see, similar to a good poem, a good any other band that you might see, we have this wonderful build. So we have this amazing intro, and song could have stood on its own, and now we have this nice area where it's mellow, and now it's going to build back to a song, just like a good M. Night Shyamalan movie or something. It looks like he missed a line, but he smiles and moves on. That's what you and I can do. We don't need to stop. Have you ever been in a band with a bandmate who just stops? Just stops. You don't stop in a performance. You go on. You break a string, you go on. You don't stop. Let's go on. Okay, you have to take your hats off also to Kirk Hammett and Robert Trujillo, the bass player, who's actually been with Metallica longer than any other bass player. I've seen videos of Robert Trujillo, and you talk about performances and getting involved, where he's walked out in the crowd with his wireless mic and he's playing and he's amping up the crowd as he plays bass. And that's amazing. I just think that kind of connection to an audience is something we can all learn from. And Kurt, in some opinions, he may not be a Tim Henson, forgive me, but he is contributing to the song. There are some speculation that in a lot of songs they use a backtrack so he doesn't have to play the lead. And I'm, quite frankly, I'm okay. You guys they delivered the song. It's their song. If they need to take a break once in a while and play a backing track that's exactly his lead, I'm not saying he does that. I'm just saying there was speculation that he does that. To me, that's okay. They've earned the right to be able to do that. Oh, and his guitars are available, like his greenie, as they call it, the artist, guitarist for Kurt, is available at Gibson for like $19,999. Again, something else we have to save for. Something I didn't point out before, but they're changed the key, the principal key. They were starting in E flat, because I tune my guitar down, and they often tune their guitar down in live performances. But during the song, they move the key and the movements up a whole step. And moving the key around can really add a lot of drama to a song. I think some of the best rhythms that we can play leads to is when they are moving the key around for us. That's a darn amazing performance. Also, you notice something else, that if they would have stayed on the 1, 2, 3, 4 after the 3, 4 in the beginning of it, they would have ended up in this cadence they had at the end of the song. So I thought that was really a cool change to the beat of the song, or the emphasis of the beats within that ending of the song. So that's Master of Puppets. Remember, when you're learning a song, take it slow without distortion, and take those parts. Take each piece slowly until you get it, then add the distortion. And be kind to yourself as you're learning the song. It can take a long time to learn these wonderful songs. Thanks for listening. Subscribe if you enjoy this. Let me know in your comments if you want to hear other Metallica or other songs, and we'll be happy to do them for you. Thank you so much.